Okay. All right, Oconee County Rescue Squad Advisory Commission, August 27, 2026, call to order at 6 p.m. If you would, rise with me, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If y'all got any mics around your desk, just check it. We got some feedback.
Where are the mics, like, above us? I think they're above us.
That's better. We're still green. All right, thank you. Next up, approval of the minutes for July 23rd, 2026. Packet. Do I hear any edits, corrections?
I have some corrections.
Okay.
Under radio committee, instead of that first line, it should say Sheriff's Office, Emergency Management, Emergency Services along with volunteers, agencies meant to information share.
Okay.
And on the back page, under training, under new vehicle, it needs to say new vehicle updates, Rescue Force slated to get a new vehicle that will replace the 2006 X-150. That's all I have.
Okay. Do I hear any other edits or corrections? Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes with Steve's corrections?
Motion.
Your second.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. Next up, public comment, 4 minutes per person. I'm not seeing or hearing any. Next up, commission member comments. I don't see any on file. Next up, committee reports, radio committee, myself and Commissioner Zahn. We met last month with the sheriff's office and got everybody involved, and we're basically just got some more radios that we're gonna be demoing. They got us some portables and mobiles. We're gonna go around throughout the county. So if you've got any areas that you know or you're hard to reach areas, send them to myself, Steve, Chief Swafford with Long Creek Fire Department. Anybody at Emergency Services, they'll get it to us when we go out. I've offered Aaron to go ride with us that same day. So we're just gonna go out, probably take 2 days, but we're gonna go out through the whole entire county and try this new radio demo. Just get a little report going and see how it does. Anything else, Steve, from the radio committee?
No, but I guess I forgot to add that starting today, we have a new secretary,
Yes.
and I will not be doing the minutes anymore.
Correct. She's gonna be watching the transcript.
Okay.
Her name is Alyssa Way. So she will be our commission.
What's her last name?
Way, W-A-Y, I believe. She is Cindy's replacement over at Emergency Services. I don't have her contact info, but I'm sure Zach or Mike can get it to us. Any questions for radio committee? Any discussion? All right, we'll move into budget and incentive committee. Commissioner Shear, he was absent for family reasons, and Commissioner Alden.
Yeah, so, we met a few months ago, with both of the Chief Smiths, and along with the 2 rescue commissioners that are part of the 2 of the fire commissioners, that are assigned to the budget and incentive committee. And we actually had discussed and decided in that meeting that the FEMA courses would be a part of the incentive. However, I was told Tuesday night that somewhere along the grapevine that was not the case anymore. I haven't had time to follow up with it since I just found out Tuesday night. Has anybody heard about that or know anything about that?
And I would say we're a month away from the incentive period being ended. It would be nice to have something on the letterhead stating this year's requirements.
Yeah, so that meeting was several months ago. It was, Zahn, you were there.
Well, they announced at the Fire Chiefs Association meeting that it's no longer gonna be required.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that was decided when the two fire commissioners and the two rescue commissioners that are assigned to that committee and the other folks that were in the room all decided that that was gonna be an additional requirement. I don't know how that was undecided, but that FEMA courses piece, was decided several months ago. I'd have to look back at my notes and see when that meeting took place, but, it was well in advance of this time frame that we're coming upon.
You got anything, Deputy Chief?
First I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, that was the first I heard about it, was
Do you
Tuesday night.
think? could
No,
we-
I'm going with first the FEMA requirements.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
The
a
last I
membership
heard, it
requirement.
was still last year's requirement.
If, I mean, as far as I was asked, and Chief Adams asked me, Stephen, still the active person,
Right,
fiscal, within the dates of the incentive year.
Yep.
20 hours of training, current CPR, current first aid, unless you have EMR or EMT. And then you gotta have some type of formal fire training for fire, rescue, if you just rescue squad, EMR or EMT or above. Special rescue and dive, you had to have some kind of rescue or dive-related certification.
right,
Now, other than that,
right.
Could we get that maybe by Friday, at least with this year's date on top of it?
So I will find out for sure.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
there still lies the issue of several months ago meeting with both Chief Chris Smith and Chief Scott Smith, along with the two fire commissioners and the two rescue commissioners. And that meeting, we left with that addition to all the things that he just stated.
But still,
Who undecided that and why? Cause like, I was blindsided by it on Tuesday.
You said that y'all met a couple months ago though, right?
It was several months ago. It was, I'm gonna go with maybe Marchish timeframe, but don't hold me to that. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. And then whenever we held that meeting, the very next rescue commissioners meeting, I mentioned it.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look at my notes, cause I don't firsthand recall it.
I'll ask the question. But still, it'll probably have to come down, I mean, it's gonna be this year, it was something that probably Director Caudell would have to put out for all services. So,
It was something, I mean, it was decided before he was in place. It was something that, I believe Chief Scott Smith was still the director at that time, because otherwise, Director Caudell would have been invited to that meeting. So, I don't know.
You good with Mike trying to get us an answer?
Yeah.
You got anything else for budget or incentive?
No, that's all.
Any questions, discussions? SOG committee, myself and Dean, we haven't done anything since it got approved last month, so. If anybody's got any questions, suggestions, edits, revisions, send them to myself or Dean or your rescue chief, and they'll submit it to the SOG committee. We'll review it, have another meeting, and then deem it necessary for approval.
I have a quick question about that.
Sure.
So, just with some, current things happening, do rescue squads need to have a separate set of bylaws to take care of issues that aren't explicitly addressed in the SOG, or is it something that would be more suited to be an addition?
So it's in the policy as it states right now that you can have equal to or more stringent rules for your own department. If you believe that it benefits everybody in the county, then you can bring it up to your either rescue chief or the SOG committee. And then that's when we'll have our meeting to see if this is more fitting for a countywide document or tell y'all, hey, this might be more beneficial just for y'all to do your own bylaw.
A bylaw,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's written in there as it is now, it has to be equal to or more stringent than the county policy.
Right, okay, so if it's more stringent, like if we come up with a policy that is more stringent, then it needs to be stated in a bylaw
Correct.
rather than a meeting minute.
Right, correct.
Okay.
And I would have it, personally, I would have that voted on and adopted with a date on it too. So,
Oh, separately, like, once the document's created,
right,
okay.
Comment.
Yeah.
And I would encourage all the rescue chiefs to get these out to all their members if they haven't already. I mean, it's been some time and everybody ought to have them in their hands, you know, at least an email where they can see them.
Yep.
And start reading these things.
Any other questions for the SOG committee? Hearing none, training committee, Commissioner Jackman, and the other seats vacant.
Training committee, I got nothing to report right now at this time.
Any question or discussion? Moving on to Deputy Chief Carroll's report.
Evening, everybody. Hey, response reports handed out. We have moved to the back of the page. Response went up for a lot of people over the past year or past month. We're looking at fairly good numbers on everybody's in the blues and the greens. Anybody have any questions? Red NMX, software. We're working on some items that have started having some issues. Old calls are going away, not showing back up. We used to be able to see past calls. Those are not hitting some of the locations, or hitting, some people have them, some people don't. The incentive report, they're fixing a couple of glitches in it that I've come across. But I got most of the data for rescue squads already pulled. Active 911, we pretty much switched everybody over. Haven't heard any complaints. The decision from the director was to, once everybody's loaded, I'm still waiting on one group, and all that'll be loaded, and then chiefs who have picked to be have a administrator account will be added on. And it'll probably hopefully no later than next week, midweek. And anybody got any questions on that? I mean, I've seen people put out actives, so I think nobody, you just gotta remember now that we're back as a whole group, so you gotta pick what agency you wanna see that active. So if you're a member of Dive Special, Rescue 4, and whatever, just make sure you should see when you, if you can give that or send that text, to pick the groups you wanna see. Or it goes to everybody. Anybody got any questions? All right, training. A lot of classes coming up. Augusta, like I said, they did have to, the Burn Center did have to cancel. But they're working to reschedule. I think we got a new date, I'm not 100% sure. Tech rescue class went this weekend. Green bin storage, if you still got people interested, Honeycutt still said their spots available. Send him an email. We got a initial EMR nighttime class starting October 2nd, and it'll run through the 11/21. And I'll get that on the calendar and get it out to everybody, the days. Right now, it looks like it's gonna run, I would have to look at the calendar for you. Two nights a week, everyone on a Saturday or Sunday on them during that time. We got an EMR refresher, as soon as that clears up, starting 12/18 at night, it's a Friday night, and then 2 days, and that finishes up EMR on the 19th and 20th of December. We got an EMT refresher starting, to get people ready for the March. It's gonna start the fourth, and you have to sign up, that's via the Fire Academy. You gotta sign up online via the portal by 12/4 for that research. We got some more intro tech classes coming, air monitoring classes, full tech rescue class in February, hazmat tech class starting in March, and some of the basic leadership courses, again, 1, 2, and 3, starting in April. Anybody have any questions? And new vehicles, we're gonna start looking, I brought the subject up to our motor pool, Jeremy Foster. We're gonna start looking at what avenues are out there and what vehicles right now are available. I did get some, I sent it to him, I haven't checked back with him on, they're on the state contract, but they're out of Florida, they're in South Carolina, Florida. They're in Florida, but they're on South Carolina contract vehicles. They have F-150s available. So, we're looking at others. So right now, F-150s and Dodges are available. So, more to follow. And that's it, unless anybody got any questions.
All right, thank you. Rescue squad updates, Region 1, Commissioner Shear is absent due to family. I'm gonna pull up his notes real quick. He stated for Rescue 3, while he wasn't able to attend their meeting in person this month, he did call in and provided the group an update. He also gave them the opportunity for a Q&A with him. For Rescue 1, they've had a busy month, assisted with a search of a missing elderly male within the city of Seneca. Thankfully, they had a successful outcome with that. Had a couple of water rescue calls and was able to help transport EMS staff to the scene quickly. They have 5 new members in the process, and we'll be holding an orientation for them this Saturday morning. And that's all that he sent me. If y'all got any questions, just forward them on to him. Region 2, Commissioner Jackman.
Rescue 2, we got 1 new member. We've done some extensive boat training, not only with Boat 2, and some new members with new Marine 37 on Joe Cassie. We put it to use already, a couple times out there on the lake. That's about it for 2, other than I think Chief Neighbors we had some discussion about dispatch, the communications between the hospital and dispatch. And there's been some crazy mix-ups lately with that stuff, and just wondering where we at with some of that.
Not sure if it's the same cause you were talking about, but I have brought that to the attention of both the supervisor for the sheriff's office and also prisoner. We're gonna get another meeting together to see where some of these miscommunications are. So,
Yeah, and I'm even hearing it in the field from some of Prisma EMS, personnel that he gave tone to cardiac arrest, and we get tone to difficulty breathing, So it's or an unconscious call, and they're getting a cardiac arrest call, so, yeah, definitely some issues. That's all I've got for 2, and then, I talked to Truman about Rescue 6, and he said he's got nothing to report up there, they're still holding their own, so that's all I have.
they got 1 unit out as well. They got the reserve, but
Right.
the older trucks getting new set off-road tires, snow, better quality tires.
Better quality tires on it.
Yeah. it's in for service. Hopefully it'll be done tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, if no questions, Region 3, Commissioner Zahn.
Yes, so Rescue 4, we're putting all our attention into trying to get more members. We need daytime people terribly. Our new vehicles are working good. Training is going well. Do we have any applications at the moment?
We've got two,
Two.
two interests. No application, just two people.
Interest is good.
Yes.
And Rescue 5, same thing, we're trying hard to get more members. Even though we're doing well on the statistics, we're having to strain to do that. We're looking into doing some fundraising, and all of our vehicles are working okay. And that's it.
All right, if no questions, Region 4 is still vacant, and it's Rescue 22. They've got a nomination. They'll hold their election in September, and because their meeting will be before our September commission meeting, that'll be their effective date for that commissioner. So next month we'll have a new person in here. And because it was to fill in a resignation, they will also have to do a nomination in October and election in November for that person who takes over in January, even if it's the same person. So I've been in communication with Chief Spragus and all them, and they're aware of all that. Region 5, Commissioner Olben.
All right, so for Dive, Rescue 7, we've had several calls in the last couple months, all which seem to be responded to appropriately. We've had lots of trainings, tons of hours put in as far as some fun dives and training with the Sheriff's Department and the OCS staff. We also have 3 new members that were voted in on Tuesday night. It's for Special Rescue, Rescue 8. We've also had several calls that have went well, and we had 2 new members voted in on Tuesday night. That's all.
Okay, any questions or discussion? All right, Rescue Squad Chiefs Commissioners, myself and Commissioner Smith, who is also absent. Only thing I really got is between fire and rescue, we decided to come up with like recruitment and retention cohort kind of between the two. So we've got a bunch of people, it's not just fire commission and rescue commission, it's anybody and everybody. But we've got a lot of the main call runners, a lot of the people who's been here for a while, and some fresh faces as well, just so we can kind of meet and figure out how can we get better, what can we really be doing. We're gonna meet, we changed it a couple hours ago, next Wednesday the 2nd, 6 p.m. at Rescue 1. Just be mindful, if any of y'all want to attend, please, I'm gonna be there, so make sure to tell me that you're gonna be there. If we've got more than a quorum, I'll have to post it publicly.
You said you're meeting at Rescue 1, what
Yeah,
day?
Seneca Rescue Squad, September 2nd at 6 p.m. And it's just to brainstorm ideas for recruitment, retention. Also, in the budget this year, it got approved that we got some money from the county to hold recruitment and retention dinners and events. So it's kind of, where do we need to go in the county, who's got low enrollment, what can we do to boost morale up there, and just kind of put all of our heads together. So that'll be the first meeting for that.
I'd like to say something that we just voted on something on Tuesday night for both of our teams to try to help with just, I guess, a commitment piece for new members. So in the past, we had required that a member come to the meeting one time, show up, introduce themselves, and then as long as their background check and everything came back good and references and all that, they could be voted on the next meeting. And we actually voted to change that to where they come to the meeting, introduce themselves like normal, but they have to come to 2 meetings and they have to complete part of the initial packet before they can be voted on at the third meeting. And so that initial packet includes some of the things that, we've in the past had difficulty getting people to complete once they're part of the team. So things like the online voting course, FEMA courses, just some of the stuff that's basic requirements to be a responder in the county. Nothing special really to our teams. But we felt like that was a good start to say, hey, if they're committed to being a part of this team, like, let's have them commit to something before we invest all this time and energy into them. Because if they can't even get online and do the courses, then they're not really that committed. So we're gonna try that out and see how that works out for us in the next couple months. And if it doesn't work, then we'll go back to the way we were doing things.
Any other questions for the Rescue Chief Commissioners? Hearing none, we'll move into the next one, executive session. We have none listed on the agenda for this meeting. And no one has anything else they'd like to discuss.
Only, just talked to Chief Chris Smith via text, and it was talked about, but it was not implemented for that FEMA to be part of this year.
So it was a discussion for this year, this coming year?
If it was gonna be a requirement, I mean, it is in the rescue SOG, the rescue squad members have the FEMA courses. Now, fire, you're supposed to have them also, but a required for the incentive would be kind of late notice on everybody. So,
Yeah,
it would be discussion, and I would say you would have your incentive meeting for next year, this year. Sometimes within,
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what y'all were
mean,
saying, y'all met in March. So, I mean, we still
that's
got,
that's 6 months into the year.
yeah, we still got September, so I mean, maybe.
I mean, we're planning on meeting quarterly, like we said we would back months ago. We missed, meeting last month or the month before just because of schedules didn't align. However, I guess how do we keep that from cause March timeframe when we met and we decided this all like as a group, I guess how come it wasn't communicated, or should we as the incentive committee communicated that? Like, I guess, where was the miscommunication there, or like, where was the misstep, I guess?
Previously, once the incentive committees would meet, they would come up with a standard, and then Director Crime would put out a memo stating this is what it is for that year. Correct, Steve? You've been on plenty of them. So, that would usually have been in the past.
Alright.
I mean, you have to have some type of document that says this is it. You know, you can talk about it at the meeting, but like I said, we never talked about that at the rescue chiefs meeting as far as
I mean, I understand that it needs to be put out. I'm asking who should have put it out? Should it have been one of the Chief Smiths, or should it have been one of the members from the incentive committee? Because I just want to keep that from happening in the future. If we need to make sure that there's a action on or due date, assigned to something, that's an easy fix. Huh?
Here on out, it's Director Caldwell.
Okay.
So when Smitty was over it, Smitty should have sent it because he was the acting director at the time. And
Well,
if you look at our flow chart, he's the top for us.
Actually, there was a boss over Chris and
So
Scott.
Well, he was in that place at that time when that meeting happened.
So now that Richie's over it, we would need a memo from Richie, just, this is this year's requirements, next year's requirements, however you wanna word it for next year.
Okay.
And then hold him accountable, make sure that gets posted before the incentive day. That's why I'm asking for this year, a month before it closes, just so I know October 1st, when I get told I got a member that didn't meet it, I can say, well, I got a memo 30 days before the requirement, so that's why I want that.
Right. So I guess going forward, I mean, like I said, the budget incentive committee's planning on meeting, again. We're gonna try to line up our schedules. But I guess the next time that we meet, should we just have that sent out then for this coming year because it'll be for October 1st through September 30th of next year? And we can try to get that going early, because I mean, I think that we all were on board with that and it made sense. It was already a requirement and, you know, per the SOGs, it was like, let's add this to the incentive piece.
Yeah. If y'all could.
Yeah.
If schedules align, time permits,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
We'll do our best to get that done.
Any other questions, comments, discussions?
I think it'd be nice if we could keep, you know, per SOGs, the incentive for, on fire and rescue, that incentive is the same unless policy changes.
Say that one.
It would stay the same
Like a standard
each year.
order.
In other words, we got a set of standards unless something changes that's, you know, state directive or something else that would change it. It stays the same every year.
Yeah.
The incentive,
Yeah,
the requirements of the incentive.
Right.
You know, you gotta have this, 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 and this.
yeah. I think when we met back in March, we felt like that was a good addition to, something that people were required to do anyway, and we were having an issue with people doing it, so why not add that to the incentive if, I mean, it's a requirement, period, but people are not doing it, and they're still getting incentives and whatnot, so.
Okay, anybody got anything else? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
We're adjourned.